close to you, he'll catch you with Pika. Catch you with Pika. Catch you with Pika. Catch you with Pika.
Look at what you've done.
I mean, if none of you like me, it's all to understand now. To understand now, great, I'm winning if you don't need a fuck out of this house in a minute. I want to go. None of the fuck you are in charge of me, yeah, and I want to go now. Yeah, when I pack my shit, I'm going. Open the fucking door!
On the phone, her mum tries to calm her down.
Calm down, yeah,
Hey guys, it's me, Jonas Brewer here, and basically for me I feel pretty peeved off just now, looking at this thing I'm seeing on TV right now. Although you can't hear it because it's like light pause. And basically the thing is how the whole ranting is going toward it, is if the intro thing shows the swear words that are censored, it means it's on something catchy. And if they show you all like angry and, well, if you wind up hearing all the swear words and stuff, then you'll wind up knowing that it's on a topic which ends up, well, basically the thing is if you hear the non-swearing type one, it means it's on a rant that's on something nice and happy, clappy and all that junk. And if not, then it means it's on a doom and gloom type one. Anyways, the thing is, basically, it's now less than a week until Donald Trump is gone and sworn in as President of the United States. Joy for America's allies? Probably not. Anyways, the thing is that basically some Trump supporters are going, oh yeah, things are going to be great with him around, things are going to be great, absolutely great. Yeah, the thing is that basically, for me, I think that in the short run, not in the short term, and not the short run, and all you Trump supporters are going to enjoy and definitely be glad that Trump's president of the United States, but I think ultimately in the long run, with Trump's position on things like China and being all nice and snug and cozy with Russia, not to mention completely disregarding things to tackle climate change, or global warming, whichever of the two you call it, if you actually consider it real. In the long run, you'll basically end up regretting it pretty badly. I mean, heck, for Trump, he's still got blimmin' conflicts of interest. I mean, sure, Trump gave his business empire to his two sons, but the business is still in Trump's name. Plus, it doesn't get rid of any of his conflicts of interest because, say, I don't know, it's because his business empire will instead of be run by him, instead it'll be run by his family, who are extremely close to him. So, how on earth that wouldn't cause a conflict of interest or two, or several? Basically, I have no more of an idea. Because, well, thing is, especially with global warming, things ain't gonna go good for America. I mean, heck, the ironic thing is global warming is that basically Florida, I think Miami especially, voted for Trump. And yet, 3 weeks after, like 3 weeks ago, around 3 weeks ago, people in Miami were complaining about not enough being done to tackle global warming. Honestly, do you expect anything to get done on global warming if you have a person in charge of an entire country who doesn't even think it exists? Answer: simple. Child's play, almost a piece of cake. They're not. I mean, heck, in Miami, things are so bad, and the living roads keep on getting flooded by the living seawater coming in from the beach. So, pretty much for Trump, if he's lucky enough to wind up getting aided with impeachment stuff, and does wind up spending 4 years, it'll probably be already too late for Miami. Because basically, global warming could wind up going like past the edge where it can actually be controlled. And we'll have just gone and driven off the edge of a cliff. Although, one of the biggest things that Trump's gonna cock up on is not how, like, he's dealt with his conflicts of interest, but basically how he's actually attempted to control his legions of supporters. I mean, heck, it's like that bit from Team Prime, like Transformers Prime, where women and Megatron starts to lose control of his Decepticons. Only instead of Decepticons, it is Trump's supporters, and instead of Megatron, it is Trump. Anyways, my guess is that when Trump told his supporters to stop with all the hate crime stuff against all the minorities like the Hispanics and the Muslim Americans, Latin Americans, African Americans, those types of people, my guess is that they heard him and they ignored him. They ignored him flat out. Because basically you go onto the internet and you see all these pictures and videos online and stuff of like things like basically they're on things like YouTube and probably Facebook, mainly YouTube and Facebook, I think. Maybe a little bit, but I'm not happy now. The fact is that in those videos and pictures, there are people spray painting in things like churches and other buildings the Nazi symbol and words like Heil Trump all over. Which basically comes to the main thing, and that is that basically Trump's gone and lost control of his limit and supporters because of the way Trump campaigned by saying that the American dream was dead and that the entire United States was going down the toilet, and but only he could fix it, and that if he lost, then it was thanks to a rigged system that was against him from the get-go. Basically, he pumped up his supporters with so much anger and hostility to minority groups on the whole us against them thing that it just snowballed out of control, out of proportion, and he's basically gone and lost control. Well, it's basically like sort of trying to, well, look after a bunch of pet flesh-eating piranhas. If anyone was to have a pair of flesh-eating piranhas, it'll ultimately end up in disaster. So more than likely Trump will be, well, more than likely for Trump, he'll wind up finding either extremely difficult to try and get his own supporters under control and tackle the whole thing with hate crimes in America, if not completely and utterly impossible. That's if he's lucky enough to actually avoid getting impeached at all. Because for some presidents, they did kinda deserve to get, well, basically, some presidents they did like deserve to get impeached, but never did get impeached. Like they were supposed to, but didn't. Such as George W. Bush and his illegal war invasion of Iraq and his made up weapons of mass destruction. Well, basically, for me, I think, well, ultimately, for all you Trump supporters out there, short runs, and you're going to really enjoy Trump being as president of the United States, but in the long run, if he doesn't end up getting impeached, you're ultimately going to regret it, especially on global warming, when you wake up one morning and discover your basement is underwater, your kitchen, living room, and dining room have turned into indoor swimming pools, like multi-room indoor swimming pools, and that your garage is flooded, if not nearly completely submerged, and that the outside view is a rather lovely lake built of houses, and with loads of people on the roofs, calling and crying out for help from the rising flood waters, as the people, as like families' children go and say how they ruined everything and that all of their stuff is gone and trashed and destroyed. Basically, if you wind up thinking that global warming is made up, then how would you like it if you're stuck on the roof of your flooded house with your wife being distraught because like her wedding photos and her wedding dress are completely ruined or destroyed? Or how about your son being all moody and stuff because his bike got wrecked, or because his Xbox or his laptop have been like completely soaked and unworkable for ages, or your teenage daughter who's completely broken down into tears knowing that her prom dress is completely destroyed and covered in filthy flood water with dirt and other junk in it, and all of her memories of a great life in teenage times have basically been ruined. Why don't you try and imagine that, Trump supporters? Try and imagine that. And then tell people who were telling you to be concerned about Donald Trump being president of the United States, and you just ignored them and said that they were talking trash. Well, I'm off for a flimin' like hot chocolate or whatever to try and calm me down before I end up having my like head explodes from rage, like lemon Yellowstone or whatever kind of volcano I can think of. Anyways, if you like this video, then pardon me again, burped. Well, if you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment on it down below, and if you like to see more of my videos, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, bye!